as their guys get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow, yellow. Get the ball.
On first down, Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, D. Hey, field.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Mahomes now on first down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, Williams. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
George Iloka on the tackle. It's a
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Hey, 180! 54! Check back!
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
I know I spent.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make it now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Check 56. All day.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
There you go. 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Hey, kill. We're going to 54, why is
56, Mike, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
56 is the Mike.
So we're going to 53.
Defense all day.
On first down, it's Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Cooper was the target there. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 20.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
There's simply no sense in...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik Collins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle 3rd of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Check 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They go to Elliott again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
56. Here we go.
Hey, 47.
Prescott to throw. That one complete to Elliott.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, kill.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
And they will take a knee here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback.